And COVID concerns forcing school districts around the state to make some tough decisions. For Connecticut's magnet schools, analyzing the recent data is also making it challenging. Fox 61's Matt Karen is live in Hartford with the details for us. Matt.
Yeah, Amanda, unlike a specific school district that only has to analyze the data from their one community, the Capital Region Education Council polls students from 70 different communities across the state. The guidance from the state on what learning model to adopt has gone through subtle changes. First, this chart of a 7-day rolling average saying greater than 25 cases per 100,000 favors remote learning. Now, this chart, a 14-day average, only saying less in-person learning.
With a lot more testing, you are seeing, more infections, less taking place in the classroom, more taking place outside of the classroom.
The superintendent of the Capital Region Education Council agrees.
We know that the community spread has gotten a lot worse. We're following that data, obviously, as everyone else is, and we see the growing trends. But we do continue to believe that a child is going to be in a good, safe place being in school. And we also think that our staff are by and large safe in our schools.
CREC's daily data analysis looks at the infection rate across the 70 communities where they have students, weighting those communities based on their student population in each and the overall county. Many of those kids from Hartford County.
We're looking really at the Hartford County numbers, which are not yet at 25. They're still in the 15 to 25 range.
CREC says they've fallen victim to the same staffing struggles as many other districts like Vernon.
That's what's weighing on me right now, is if I have 30% of my teachers who can't run the school, whether it's virtual or in person.
The state has loosened restrictions on who can teach.
We're looking into being more aggressive with the pre-service teachers who perhaps are student teaching, and we can get temporary certification for them to teach a class.
The state's COVID map shows community spread has gotten worse, but Governor Lamont continues to say,
I still would tell you that wearing a mask in a third grade classroom is one of the safest places to be.
And all of the districts told me the same thing. They're worried about Thanksgiving and the holidays and all those gatherings that come along with that. They're trying to keep the option of in-person learning going, but they are taking things on a week-to-week basis. We're live in Hartford. Matt Karen, Fox 61 News.